What if I told you that the key to your success isn't in what you share, but in what you keep hidden? In a world obsessed with oversharing, where every thought needs to be tweeted, every moment needs to be posted, and every achievement needs validation, there's a secret weapon that the most successful people understand: the power of silence. Today, I'm going to reveal the 6 things about yourself that you should never tell anyone, not your friends, not your family, not even people you trust. Because protecting these secrets isn't about being secretive or dishonest. It's about protecting your energy, your goals, and your power. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the most powerful move you can make is sometimes to say nothing at all. Stick around, because what I'm about to share will completely change how you navigate relationships, success, and your own personal growth. This isn't just advice. This is a blueprint for building an unshakable inner fortress. Let's dive in. Secret number 1. Never reveal your biggest plans and ambitions. Visual, person working alone in focused environment. Listen carefully to this. When you have a dream, a goal that burns inside you, the temptation to share it is overwhelming. You want validation. You want support. You want people to tell you it's a great idea. But here's the trap that most people fall into. When you talk about your plans, something fascinating happens in your brain. You get a small hit of satisfaction, almost as if you've already achieved something. This is called social reality. Your brain receives premature gratification, and this actually decreases your motivation to do the real, hard work that's needed. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone announce they're going to start a business or write a book or get in shape, only to never follow through? They already got their dopamine hit from the announcement. The pressure is off, but there's more. When you share your goals, you expose them to negativity, skepticism, and envy. Even well-meaning people might say things like, "Are you sure that's realistic? That's been done before. What if you fail?" These doubts can plant seeds of uncertainty in your own mind. Suddenly, you're not just fighting your own fears, you're fighting everyone else's limitations too. Powerful moment. Protect your dreams like a lion protects its cubs. Work in silence. Let your results speak for you. The surprise of your success will be so much sweeter when people see what you've built, rather than hearing what you plan to build. Remember, the lion doesn't announce when it's going to hunt. Secret number 2. Keep your good deeds to yourself. Visual, anonymous acts of kindness. True generosity doesn't need applause. When you do something good for someone, whether it's a donation, helping a stranger, or giving sincere advice, and you do it from the heart, the act itself is the reward. But what happens when you immediately post it on social media? When you tell everyone about your charitable work? When you make sure people know how generous you are? You devalue the purity of your action. You turn it into a transaction. You transform a genuine act of kindness into a tool to inflate your ego. Key insight. True charity is anonymous. There's a deep, lasting satisfaction that comes from knowing you made a difference without needing external validation. That feeling is far more profound than any fleeting praise from others. Think about the difference. Public good deed. I helped someone today so people think I'm good. Private good deed. I helped someone today because it was the right thing to do. Can you feel the difference in energy? One comes from ego, the other from genuine compassion. Let your actions speak about your character, not your words. The world will notice your kindness without you having to announce it. If you're someone who does good without needing credit, you're already ahead of 95% of people. Now, I know this might sound contradictory in an era that promotes vulnerability, and yes, it's absolutely vital to have a circle of trust, 1 or 2 people with whom you can be completely transparent. But here's what most people get wrong. The world at large is not that circle of trust. Exposing your weak points indiscriminately is like handing out a map of your vulnerabilities to potential adversaries. And trust me, there are people who, consciously or unconsciously, will use that information against you. They might manipulate you when you're vulnerable, judge you when you need support, make you feel small when you need to feel strong. Important distinction. This doesn't mean you should never be vulnerable. It means you should be selective. Your vulnerability is a precious gift. Don't offer it to those who haven't proven they deserve it. Real strength isn't about having no weaknesses, it's about knowing when and with whom to share them. Ask yourself, has this person earned access to my inner world? Have they shown they can hold my trust with care? If the answer is no, keep your fortress walls up, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Secret 3. Hey, if you're getting value from this video so far, I need you to do something for me right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I'm creating content like this every week. Content designed to help you level up your life, protect your energy, and build real, lasting success. And here's the thing. If you've already learned something valuable in the first 8 minutes, drop a like on this video. It helps more people discover this message. Got a question or your own experience with keeping secrets? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and your insights might help someone else who's watching. Now let's get into the second half of this video where I'm going to reveal the final 3 secrets. And these are the ones that most people struggle with the most. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Secret 4. Don't talk about the details of your family life or relationship conflicts. Visual family relationship privacy concept. Every relationship is its own universe with its own rules, dynamics, and challenges. When you air your private matters in public, you're committing 2 serious offenses. First, you're disrespecting the people you love who trust you with their privacy. Second, you're potentially causing irreparable damage to the trust within your relationship. Here's what happens when you share intimate details about arguments, disagreements, or problems. You expose your loved ones to the judgment of others. You invite unwanted opinions into your private space. You create a permanent record of temporary problems. You violate the sacred trust that relationships are built on. Real talk moment. Think about it. When you're angry at your partner and you vent to your friends, they only hear your side. They form negative opinions about your partner based on incomplete information. Then when you make up and move on, your friends still remember what you said. You've poisoned the well. The principle is simple. Relationship problems get solved in the relationship. Family issues get discussed within the family. Seeking advice from a trusted mentor or therapist, that's one thing. Turning your private life into a public spectacle, that's something entirely different. Loyalty is also demonstrated through silence. Protect the sanctity of your home. Some things are sacred, and they need to stay that way. Secret number 5. Never reveal your income or financial situation in detail. Visual, money, wealth symbols, but kept private. Money is an incredibly sensitive topic, loaded with emotion. Let me break down what happens when you share your financial details. If you have a lot of money, you attract envy and resentment. People with hidden agendas come out of nowhere. Friends and family start treating you differently. You become a walking ATM in people's minds. You attract opportunists, not genuine connections. If you have little money, you expose yourself to pity and judgment. People give you unsolicited advice that makes you feel worse. You might be excluded from opportunities. Others might see you as less capable or valuable. Here's the truth. Your financial situation is yours and nobody else's business. It doesn't define your value as a human being. Powerful insight. By keeping your financial information private, you allow yourself to build genuine relationships based on respect and real connection, not on perceptions of your economic status. Think about the richest people you know of. Do they go around announcing their net worth? No. They move in silence. They let their impact speak, not their bank account. And think about people who are building wealth. Do they broadcast every investment, every side hustle, every dollar? No, they work quietly, compound their gains, and show up later with results. True wealth can't be counted in numbers alone. It's in your peace of mind, your freedom, and your ability to live life on your own terms. Keep your financial cards close to your chest. It's nobody's business but yours. This is perhaps the most important secret of all. When someone shares something with you in confidence, they're handing you a fragile part of themselves. They're saying, "I trust you." Betraying that trust is one of the greatest social violations you can commit. Let me be crystal clear about what happens when you break someone's confidence. First, you damage the person who trusted you, possibly deeply and permanently. Second, you destroy your own reputation. You become known as someone who can't be trusted, someone unreliable, someone who trades in gossip. Third, you lose access to deeper relationships, because people who value trust will never confide in you again. The deeper principle. Being a guardian of secrets is a sign of integrity, loyalty, maturity, strength, of character. If you can't keep someone else's secret, how can you expect to keep your own? Ask yourself, how many secrets have been entrusted to you? Are you honoring that trust? When you keep confidences, you build a reputation as someone solid, someone dependable. That's worth more than any gossip, any temporary social currency, any moment of feeling in the know. Respect the trust people give you. It's one of the greatest honors someone can offer. Now let me be clear about something important. These 6 keys aren't about building walls around yourself and isolating from the world. They're not about being secretive or dishonest. They're about building an inner fortress. They're about learning to value your own company, trust your own judgment, protect your energy, cultivate discernment about who deserves access to your inner world. We live in a culture of overexposure, where every thought, every moment seems to need to be shared and validated. But true power, true confidence, is born in silence. It's born from knowing who you are without needing anyone else to tell you. It's born from cultivating an inner garden that only you know in its entirety. In that sacred, private space, that's where you'll find your true strength. So let's recap. The 6 things you should never tell anyone. Your biggest plans and ambitions. Work in silence. Let success make the noise. Your good deeds. True generosity needs no applause. Your deepest weaknesses, only to those who've earned your trust. Your family and relationship details. Protect the sanctity of your private life. Your financial situation. Your worth isn't measured in dollars. Others' secrets. Honor the trust given to you. Here's what I want you to understand. The most successful, powerful, and genuinely happy people I've met all share one thing in common. They've mastered the art of strategic silence. They don't tell everyone everything. They're selective. They're intentional. They protect their energy like it's their most valuable resource. Because it is. Starting today, I challenge you to practice this power of silence. Notice the urge to overshare. Feel the temptation to seek validation, and then choose differently. Remember, the lion doesn't need to announce when it's going to hunt. It just shows up with the kill. Be that lion. If this message resonated with you, here's what I need you to do. First, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Click that button right now because I'm putting out content every single week that will help you level up your mindset, your success, and your life. Second, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Someone who's been oversharing, someone who's been giving their power away, someone who needs to understand the strength that comes from silence. Third, drop a comment below telling me which of these 6 secrets hit home the hardest for you. I want to hear your story. And remember, your power isn't in what you say. It's in what you choose to keep sacred. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay strong, stay silent, and stay powerful.